Steve wakes up in a world made entirely of cubes and immediately questions everything, including himself. He looks down and realizes he has no pants, but somehow that's not the most urgent problem. Surrounded by floating trees and silent cows, Steve decides the best course of action is to punch a tree in the face. The tree doesn't react, but its feelings are definitely hurt. Steve collects wood, crafts a bench out of sheer optimism, and builds a wooden pickaxe that lasts 3 swings. He upgrades to stone tools, which makes him feel powerful until a chicken walks by and ignores him completely. While mining, Steve discovers coal, which he mistakes for ancient chocolate. He builds a small dirt hut that resembles a rejected lasagna and calls it home. Night falls, and with it comes a parade of angry skeletons, green boomers, and something hissing in his walls. Steve tries to sleep, but the bed tells him, "You may not rest now, and monsters are nearby," which is not comforting. A creeper explodes near his window, and Steve learns the true meaning of open floor plans. To feel safer, he crafts a sword out of diamonds and immediately drops it into a ravine. He dives in after it, fights 3 spiders and a puddle of lava, and returns with 1 diamond and 2 regrets. Feeling brave, Steve builds a portal to the Nether, which roars like a microwave possessed by Satan. In the Nether, Steve meets a zombie pigman and tries to make small talk, which ends with a lot of screaming. He escapes back to the overworld carrying nothing but glowstone dust and emotional damage. To relax, Steve builds a chicken farm, which accidentally catches fire due to lava-based irrigation. The chickens are cooked instantly, and Steve cries while eating them. He tries fishing but only catches boots, squid, and 1 very confused salmon that speaks French. Determined to explore, Steve rides a pig using a carrot on a stick, which the pig interprets as a threat. The pig runs into a cactus, and both of them spin uncontrollably for 8 minutes. Eventually, Steve digs straight down, violating the 1 rule he promised to follow. He falls into a pit full of Endermen, panics, and throws an Eye of Ender out of sheer guilt. By some miracle, it leads him to a stronghold with a portal that smells like final boss energy. Steve enters the end and meets a dragon, who's just trying to protect her crystals and vibe. He builds a tower mid-battle, gets knocked off mid-sentence, and survives with half a heart and a full scream. Using beds as explosives, because logic is for quitters, he defeats the dragon and steals her egg. Returning home victorious, Steve places the egg on a shelf next to a cookie and names it Craig. He builds a monument made of wool and sadness to commemorate his journey. And then, with no warning, he punches another tree and begins again. Because in Minecraft, the cycle never ends. The end.